From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordo, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, April 22nd. We're starting out relatively warm this morning, in the upper 50s, mid-60s right now. You will notice, though, some rain and some scattered storm chances today. The highs will be around 77 degrees.
Central Indiana. Wish TV is now live on YouTube TV and Hulu Live, offering more hours of local programming than any other station. Search for Wish TV or look for CW8 on both YouTube TV and Hulu Live to find us. Watch local news, sports, and lifestyle shows live from Wish TV. You can still catch Wish TV free over the air or stream it live on wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile apps. Wish TV, available in more places for the latest news, weather, and sports.
There is a new director for Indiana's Department of Child Services. Governor Braun made the announcement about the state's third largest agency yesterday. I-Team's Kara Kenny explains why this appointment could be crucial for children in Indiana.
DCS is tasked with protecting kids and investigating child abuse and neglect. The agency of 4,000 workers has been plagued with problems like staff turnover and lack of transparency, issues the new director says she wants to address.
I-Team got to meet Jennifer Dorfmeyer on her first day as the director of the Indiana Department of Child Services. And what do you want people to know about you and about DCS?
I want people to know that I'm a human, that our DCS staff are human beings. We are parents, we are foster parents, we're adoptive parents sometimes, and that we care deeply about children and that we want what's best for Hoosiers and especially our most vulnerable Hoosiers.
This is Dorfmeyer's second stint with DCS. She's worked as a family case manager, a supervisor, a deputy commissioner, and most recently as interim director, while Director Adam Krupp was on a leave of absence for the past 3 months. Any initial impressions of the agency and what you would like to improve upon?
My initial impressions is that they are ripe and ready for change. We have a lot of dedicated, amazing staff.
Dorfmeyer's salary is now $210,000 a year as director. I-Team has learned Krupp will also keep his $210,000 salary as he will serve as special advisor to the governor.
We're excited for some new change and a new face in the role.
Child advocates like the group Champions for Children are concerned about the turnover in DCS leadership.
And I think keeping child safety as the priority, a lot of times we hear the priority of DCS is reunification. The priority of DCS should not be reunification. It should not be adoption. It should be child safety. So I have yet to see a leadership that really takes that stance seriously.
We asked Dorfmeyer about safety.
We also are always assessing and looking at the work that we're doing and how can we make sure that we keep kids safer, that we reach permanency faster, and that we have a home for every child.
How do you address turnover at an agency like this?
The way that we address turnover is making sure that we remove barriers so that their jobs can be done to the best of our ability.
Improving the public's perception of DCS is also top priority for Dorfmeyer as she takes on this new role.
And Dorfmeyer will also be overseeing the implementation of several new child welfare laws that take effect July 1st, including a law that requires DCS caseworkers to lay eyes on a child before they can close out the case. Kara Kenny, I-Team.
Police in Zionsville say new technology helped them arrest a man wanted in multiple states before he could break in and steal from a local home. News 8's Kat Sandoval shows us the drone footage.
This is the footage from that police drone. That white speck is the suspect running away from officers along Interstate 865. Police tell me the drone was instrumental in the arrest that day.
It was pitch black, and 39-year-old Fabian Alicio Lancaville Nahuel was trying to evade police on foot. Officers deployed a drone equipped with a spotlight and infrared technology to not only locate the suspect, but also guide officers on the ground to his exact location. You can see the drone zooming in on the man as police close in to make the arrest. Officers say they ultimately used a taser to take him into custody.
The drone was absolutely paramount in locating that suspect. He was located with a window punch in his pocket and some other burglary type tools.
The incident happened last month. Police say Lancaville Nahuel had warrants out of Florida and Texas for grand theft and organized criminal activity. Police say no Zionsville homes were burglarized the day he was arrested. Lancaville Nahuel has been extradited to Florida and is on ice hold.
I'm extremely proud of our police officers and their due diligence out on the road every single day. They are out there working.
Zionsville Police were initially tipped off by two homeowners who spotted the suspect running through their backyard. Police are encouraging neighbors to stay vigilant, saying community awareness can help prevent a crime.
So we can't be everywhere at the time, but you know who is in your neighborhood, you know your neighbors, you know when they're out of town. And again, communicate with each other, and if you see something out of place, please call it in.
Zionsville police say cases like this are rare in their community, but they are not immune. I'm Kat Sandoval for Wish TV, wishtv.com.
Clinton County commissioners have fired the jail matron after a string of charges against her and her husband, the sheriff. Ashley Kelly and Sheriff Richard Kelly are charged with fraud, theft, and official misconduct. The county commissioners also approved a stricter nepotism policy. Officials say the move is aimed at improving workplace safety and restoring trust. The Kellys are accused of misusing funds tied to a state police pension trust and jail commissary accounts. Police are warning drivers in Indianapolis about reckless driving and spinning after multiple arrests this weekend. IMPD and Cumberland Police arrested 5 people and towed 5 cars. Officers say that actions have consequences and dangerous driving will not be tolerated in Indianapolis. Anyone with information about illegal spinning and street takeovers is asked to call IMPD. Governor Braun has signed a new law to address homelessness and restrict street camping. The bill prohibits unauthorized camping or sleeping in public land across the state, including in cities and towns. Before issuing criminal charges, law enforcement officers must first assess whether someone needs emergency mental health care or offer warnings and information about shelters and services. A person can be charged if at least 48 hours have passed since the warning and if that person is still within 300 feet of the location.
Just like we all deserve safe streets, homeless Hoosiers deserve a clear path to shelter, treatment, and health services. SEA 285 helps communities take immediate action to make streets safer and address the underlying problem in a meaningful way.
The law also includes reporting requirements for local agencies so the state can better measure efforts to reduce homelessness. The new law goes into effect on July 1st. Now to the conflict in Iran. The U.S. ceasefire with Iran has been extended. President Trump says it will remain in effect until a permanent end to the conflict is reached. The ceasefire was originally set to end today. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest.
President Donald Trump says he's extended the ceasefire with Iran until Tehran submits a proposal for a permanent end to the conflict.
I think in my perfect world, we would have ended the ceasefire and at least had the threat of military force in an effort to increase leverage, which could be used not only to achieve our political military aims, but also to bring some of the 6 Americans that are held by the Iranians home to the United States.
Trump took to Truth Social Tuesday afternoon and announced, "We've been asked to hold our attack on the country of Iran until such time as their leaders and representatives can come up with a unified proposal." A stark change from the president's previous messaging that he expected, quote, to be bombing if a peace deal wasn't reached by the Wednesday ceasefire deadline.
Iran's learned some dangerous lessons about its ability to influence the region and the world by controlling the straits. American munition stockpiles are much diminished. America's relations with its Gulf partners, with its allies in Europe and Asia are strained.
A U.S. delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance and other top U.S. officials was expected to travel to Pakistan for a second round of Iran peace negotiations aimed at ending the war, but their travel was put on hold. Iran never confirmed its attendance at the discussions. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
We are now 32 days away from the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500, and downtown Indianapolis is getting ready for the month of May. There are now new street signs in the city for the greatest spectacle in racing. Chip Ganassi racing drivers and former Indy 500 winners Alex Palou and Scott Dixon installed the signs yesterday morning. You can see them out on Monument Circle now. The city temporarily changes the street names to honor drivers in the race every year. Palou and Dixon both say they are ready to race.
Yeah, looking forward just to get the month of May started, starting with the sign today. It's like the first tradition that kind of kicks off the month of May for us internally. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hit the track soon and see how the cars feel this year.
All of the traditions are fantastic. I think I'm quite new to this, considering I've been doing it for over 20 years. I think this is only the third time I've done the sign. All of these, I think, just enabling the community and coming out here and kicking off the month is what it's all about. But no, all of this is fun for us, and it's kind of the lead into kicking it off.
You can expect to see much more Indy 500 decor coming to the Circle City throughout the month of May. And now the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum is showing off a new car. Alex Pillow's winning car from last year's Indy 500 is on display. The museum says this is the most modern car in its collection. The unveiling came during an evening with Alex Pillow, an event at the museum. Pillow says he loves the fans and that this car is now a piece of history.
I remember just seeing all the cars, all the history, the Borg Warner for the first time live, and to have this space for me and to know that we've won this huge race, it just feels incredible.
The museum collection includes more than 55,000 artifacts and more than 150 cars. Happening today, the Indy 500 porch parties return. Organizers will hold 10 official porch parties where you can pick up decorations for your own porch party. The first event is today in South Bend. It's happening at Tire Rack corporate headquarters on Borden Parkway from 5:30 to 7:30 this evening. Organizers say 2,000 porch party kits will be given out at the events. Then the best decorated porches could get a visit from Indy 500 drivers. For a full list of porch party events and how you can enter your porch into this year's contest, just go to the As Seen On section of wishtv.com where you will find this story. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.